Friends, it's me, Rose, not a biblically accurate angel. So I don't know if y'all remember, but Kosas actually has a filter. That's what I'm using right now for literally eye maxing, which is color theory with eyes, but eye maxing is fun to say. So I'm going to try to find something that is closest to my eye color. I don't know if it's that one or that one. I don't know which one. Which one do y'all think? I'm going to go with that one. All right. Then we go here. And then it shows you which ones are our best shades. So that's really cool, right? I put that on my waterline. That don't show up right. But let's do a tutorial. I'm going to add a tutorial behind this. But I thought that this was fun. This one's actually one of my favorite colors. I think that's the shade Bewitch. I was using that one a lot. Yes. So let's do a tutorial with kind of these purpley tones. Blue is good too, but I think we'll do purple this time. Let's get a little bit of a base on. I'm actually going to hop into the liner pretty quickly. I'm going to use it as a transition shade. So let's just get a little bit of this on. And I'm mentioning that because when I'm about to do the technique that I'm going to do, my friends, I want to make sure that I'm using a base that isn't going to set. Because if I apply this liner, well, let me just grab it. Where were we going? Purples? Where did that one go? Wait, I have to pause it. If I apply this on something that's already dry, it's not going to blend in. This is also going to lighten it, so do keep that in mind. You'll see that it'll get a lot more dark when it's not being applied on a much lighter base. But I'm just going to starting with this. This is something you'll see makeup artists do a lot of the time. It really just adds quick depth. And it's a great way to incorporate a color throughout without having to switch around. So I'm just pressing that in, starting a transition. Perfect. Then I just built it up a little bit more, my friends. And don't let this frighten you. It's actually very, very easy. Also, I can't stop using this shade. We're gonna take this and just press that right on top of the purple. And we're still gonna have a purple peeking through, but we have a less sassy purple. Isn't that fun? Now we're going to come back to the liner in just a second. First, let's get this color on top. This is actually a color that's really going to make brown eyes pop as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover my entire lid with this color, and then we'll get back to our purple. And we'll even use that pastel purple too. I have a fun idea for that. So let's take this all along the lash line, and the more that this shows, as opposed to kind of just tight lining with it, the more it's going to make the eye pop. So don't be afraid to get this a little smudgety wudgety. Ooh, look at that already. Look at my eye. I'm sorry, friends. It's literally what goes on in my head and it cracks me up. I make myself laugh, which is cringe, but here we are. And then I'm going to take extra out this way, just a little bit, and then I'll grab our E26 here and then just extend it. So we'll smudge and extend. And see how we have two different shades of purple? That's fun. Now we're calling it eye maxing, so I'm doing this to the max. I am. I'm gonna take the blue, since it has more depth, and I'm just gonna put that at the lash line. Because why? Because I can't be stopped. Billy Lashes and Bratz collab. This is the style Jade. And then we'll start working on our waterline a little bit. Ooh. So I feel that with eye maxing, whenever you can add a little extra to the inner corner here, it really does pop. But now we're going to take the shade Bewitch. That is going on our waterline. Look at that. Fun. And this purple's so pretty because it has quite a bit of red in it. And that's going to really make my eyes pull a little bit green. And if you do have green eyes, this is your shade. So I had to darken my Hung Van Gogh foundation. This one, love it. Shade 10, but I am having to darken it. So when I darken it, I just add a couple drops of this. You've seen me use this. This was one of the viral videos. I love this. And the reason I love this is because it's just so thin, it doesn't change formula. I ain't got time for all that. Ooh, melty, melty. I feel like I could have added a little bit more to darken it, but I think we're gonna be all right. Gotta get the complexion on before we finish all of our eye makeup. And some of you are new here and you might not know my little melty technique. So instead of my concealer, I take foundation. It's not always as pigmented, and that's what I'm after. I don't want a lot of pigment. I take a very fluffy eye brush like the E29, okay? You see how you can barely even see the product on there? That's very important. So then I'll take that foundation and I melt it into the top part of my eye makeup. And it just gives you the most melty situation, cleans up, tidies. Look at how nice that looks. And not only that, you're kind of melting a whisper of your undertone and skin tone in. I love doing this. It's one of my favorite things. And I'm not going directly over the darkest part. I'm just really going over this top part. Stay out of the crease. I already have it underneath my eyes, but I'm using this Gucci concealer. I actually really like this one. I feel like this particular shade is a really nice shade for me right now. It's essentially the Natasha Denona, but darker, which I need. And I really love the formula. It's my two favorite things, thin and pigmented. I seem to always go back to this. This is an LA Girl pressed powder, but the shade that I like to use as bronzer is Warm Caramel, C40.5. I just love the way that it lays on the skin, and it's really easy to blend, and it's very affordable. So I really like it. I think you might like it too. And another thing that'll make your eyes pop no matter what color you want to wear is take a little bronzer and a brush that can get in here a little bit more precisely. And I'm just going to take that bronzer right around here. And it's going to bring that eye forward. And no matter what color you're using, it's just going to make it pop even more. So give that a little try. Just enhance your eye maxing. Now we can take a lighter shade and put this right in the center. I'm not going on the waterline. Just right under the iris here. Yeah, that's fun. And then we will take this shade again, Bewitch. Oh yes. And then do it on this side. I just do too much. I'm gonna take it and just highlight right there too. Do MAC Cork lip liner. I like Cork on me, even though it's a little dark. If I blend it out, it kind of mimics my bronzer. It's essentially my favorite bronzer shade on me. So sometimes I like to think of my lip liner that way. And then I wanted to do a nude that has a little bit of a purple tint to it. See how when I hold this up, you can see the purple in there. I believe you can. This is Lynn Bunny Cosmetics. Oh yeah. And the shade's In the Flesh. And I'm a big fan. And there you have it, my friends. Eye maxing to me doesn't always have to mean a smoky eye, but I think we should do one next. We'll do it with the green. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I love purple. I feel like purples and blues and greens can be intimidating, so I wanted to give different options. I feel like the softness in the crease with working around the lash line. I feel like if you're intimidated by color, working around the lash line is the least scary place. So I hope that this eye inspires you in some way. I love you all so much. Until our next video, bye for now.